everybody. Welcome to our... we're back after a week off. In person, everyone is here surrounding the dining room table once again. Welcome back. Let's see, how do we even do this? I always forget. First things first, I want to say thanks. You may have noticed all new art or currently see new art on stream. Thank you very much, Chris B, as it says on the two credits. And I'm sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing. And let's get started. What do you say? Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Let's try to figure out. We've been talking, and this is going to be the hardest, the most difficult thing we've ever done in our lives. What did we do last time, folks? Drew doesn't have to worry about it. Drew was absent. Is thankfully back with us this time. But I'm going to start with B.
I feel like B just sat in the background and watched a lot of shit go down last week. I know that she convinced Madison to break up with Ambrose.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Madison had turned on a dime.
Well, because she was really mad at me, and I was like, "Why are you even with him? You don't even like him." She's like, "You're so right."
That's 100% right. That's right. Yeah. And Parker talked to you. Asked for V's number. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Said something about that. Okay.
So I get Parker V's number.
Yeah.
Was him and me fighting with Louisa last week outside the firehouse?
I think that might have been the week before, but yeah, Parker was like, you were taking care of things. Parker was just there to make sure, I guess, shit didn't go bad. But okay, yeah, that's fair. You also were the recipient of a was it a snap at the end of the episode?
Oh yeah, I got a video from Tessa.
Where
she crashed her car.
Where she crashed her car, which sadly, because I had no idea what I was doing, I was holding the phone too close to the mic and nobody heard the sound effects of a car crash. It was horrifying when I heard it. But yeah, so Tessa's currently got question marks over her picture as far as what's going on. Let's go to V. What happened with V?
She had a heart-to-heart with Noah. And they talked about the letters, and that V still loves her. Is that it? Oh, Parker maybe admitted he was gay? I don't know.
Maybe. He was questioning. He's got some questions.
But he knows she's following him, and so then I talked to Raquel about it.
Yeah. Did you have your conversation with Amelia about, leaders? Did she...
I thought that was the week before.
Was that the week before? It might be. They all
where
blew
she
together.
was like, you can't use your spidey senses.
At least not on people inside the web or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
You used it on somebody last week, though. I don't remember who it was, but you used it on somebody in the web.
It was Louisa, and she said she was in love with you.
That's right! That's what it was! I knew it was something big!
That's it. Lisa's in love with you.
That's right. Yep. That's what the spider said.
Okay.
That's right. All right. Well, on that note, what about what about you?
So I had a talk with Maggie. Maggie apparently is dying, and she wanted me to, I don't know, kill her and bring her back to life, maybe? Even though I don't know how to do that, so I said no. We had a little heart-to-heart, and then I had a heart-to-heart with V that very same day. I think I talked to my mom, too. I told her I was afraid of my dad, pretty much, because I didn't tell her why, but he's got a knife that can kill me, so that's great. After that, I think that was it.
Yeah, that and then the conversation with V.
Yeah, I think that was it.
So, okay, well, on that note, we pick up with Tessa. What is Tessa's situation currently?
So B got that Snapchat for me in the morning, right?
I think it was lunch.
Yeah, it was at lunch.
Yeah. I feel like nobody probably hears from Tessa for hours, but I think if we start with her, we see kind of this montage. So the episode starts with Tessa's side of recording that Snapchat video.
Okay.
And so we see her record that, and as she like is finishing up that message, we just hear that car crash and we see the phone. I feel like the camera kind of follows the phone flying and somehow the message gets sent even though it like falls out of her hand.
I'm picturing an Anchorman 2 situation where that's not the same.
Yeah, I don't know. So the message does get sent, but then it's just like flashes of pictures because I feel like Tessa kind of loses, not consciousness, but it is in that like
shock.
Yeah. And so we see the car hit something. I don't think she hits another car, but I think she blows through a stop sign. And another car is coming, and so she gets hit like on her back end, and we see the car spin out and hit a guardrail, or like hit a sidewall or something, and then we see like a flash, and we see her on a stretcher, and we see a flash, and we see her like on the way to the hospital, and then we see a flash, and we see her in like being brought into the ER, and then we get a couple more flashes of this at the hospital until we get her in her room and she's like asleep, and her arm is in a cast, and she's just laying in the bed, alone.
So here's a question: who does she contact someone to get her, or do people come and check on her? That's sort of a group question.
Yeah, so they have no idea where she is. But I think it's a couple hours because it's time for her to like get there and then go through whatever like medical attention, have her arm set until she's finally like back in her room and in a place where she can make the call. But she doesn't have her phone because I think the phone gets chucked out the window or doesn't get picked up, and so she asks a nurse to like borrow like a laptop or a tablet or something. And we see her like log into her like Instagram probably and message V and say, hey, my phone is broken. So you get an Instagram like DM that says, hey, my phone is broken. As soon as you can, please call this number. Ask for me. Room 203. And that's all the message you get.
Oh, I immediately do it.
And then you call, and when you call that number, it's the hospital.
And you get, but eventually there is a phone in the room.
In the room.
So your phone rings, you pick up, Lee's on the other end.
Hello?
Hey, it's me, are you okay?
Hey, yeah, my head hurts really bad. Can you come pick me up? I'm at the hospital name.
You've named what? I'm curious. St. Mary of the Rose.
St. Mary of the Rose.
I was gonna say Greg Lester Memorial Hospital.
No, that's too far away.
Yeah.
Oh, you are far away.
That's the local hospital.
Yeah, that's the local hospital. But
That's
I'm
the
not in
RoguesPort.
town. It's Cherry Hill Regional Hospital. I don't know, hospital name. It's like I'm like an hour and a half from home. I was in a wreck. I'm okay. My car is probably totaled, and I don't have any of my things. I mean, I have my like backpack, but my phone is, I don't know, broken, gone, missing. We don't know how to get a hold of my mom. So.
Yeah, of course, I'll be there. Have you talked to anybody else? Does anybody else know?
No. You're the only one that I could think of that would be willing to come get me.
That's definitely gonna touch her a little bit because she knows how you feel about what's her name? Almost said pee-pee, that's not the case. About the I'm gonna say I'll get the group together and if they can't come, I will.
Okay. I know the party's tonight, so I'm sorry to like take you away from that.
No, party does not matter.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And she'll hang up and she'll immediately text the group that you're still in regardless. And say, I'm going to save Tessa, who's with me.
Yeah, whatever. I'll go.
No, I'll just send an okay emoji.
Okay. Now that's all happened during lunch. So, skip at school? Going on?
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, that's what I figured. Does B show up at the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably for the worst, but...
Well, yeah, B may... what is B's expression, just out of curiosity, when she gets in the car?
I mean, I do think she is worried. Like, it's not like she doesn't give a single fuck about Tessa.
Yeah.
She is worried and she is concerned, but she's also like, maybe this is not the call.
Oh, really?
But she's gonna go anyways.
Okay.
I think she's worried.
Gotcha. So, okay. Well, it's easy enough. I mean, it's an hour away.
Yeah.
GPS does the job. You get there, ask for room 203, get directed to the right place. You walk in right as the nurse is walking out.
Can I go back? Can I ask a
sure.
question in the car?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I explained the whole situation that I know that you were in a car wreck, blah, 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 you're far away, can't get hold of your mom. And I'm going to say, has Tessa reached out to you all?
No, she hasn't said anything.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
I just need that because I feel like I need that information later on.
Gotcha.
Okay, continue.
All right. And yeah, you get there, get to the room. You guys are walking in, the nurse is walking out. She goes, oh, hi, and she gives you sort of a smile. She's one of the very apparently kind nurse, and she's like, oh, good. She needs somebody to talk to. She's been pretty lonely. Glad to see you. Okay, come on in.
I think B stands in the doorway. I don't think she goes all the way in.
Okay. The two of you walk in. B sort of stands outside. The nurse is sort of looking, you okay, honey?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just hard seeing a friend in the hospital.
I understand. Okay, well, if anyone needs anything, we're right over around the corner. All right. And she walks up. And you two walk in, and Tessa, you see the two of them walk in. You don't see B.
Thank you for coming. I'm really sorry.
No, I mean, I just want to know who we need to kill.
No one. It was my fault.
Was it actually your fault, or are you saying it was your fault?
And she looks to see if if there's any adults listening. There's a nurse or a doctor around.
Yeah. It's literally just you all.
It was my fault. I was driving too fast and I wasn't paying attention. I ran a red light. So.
Is anybody else hurt?
They told me that the other car was fine. They clipped my back end. Most of the damage was from when the car spun out. They just had a little bit of damage on their front end, but it wasn't anything major.
So you can't get a hold of your mom?
Her number was in my phone, but I don't know it. She got a new number when they left, so.
Would I know what your mom's name is?
Probably. I feel like
I know enough that she's gone. I know where she went to some extent.
I mean,
you know as much as
yeah.
You know as much as I know.
Yeah.
Tessa told you
I thought
everything.
so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go get coffee. And she's gonna walk past me, and she's gonna call Emily.
Oh, okay. Emily picks up the phone, and you can hear her on her little stationary bike that she rides in her room.
Of course she does.
And she goes, hey, V. Hello. How are you?
Hey, I need a favor. I need to find somebody.
Okay. Who are we looking for?
Tessa's mom. Tessa was in a wreck, and we need to get a hold of her, and we don't have a number, but, I just...
Oh, okay. Is she all right?
Yeah, Tessa's okay.
Oh, good. Excellent. Yes, I'll find out. Didn't you say she was out of town? She went somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see what I can track down. If I get her number, I'll text you.
Great. I'll text you all the info
Alright.
because I don't know it to relate.
Of course,
so-
it's done and done.
Yeah, and I'll text everything that I know. So
Okay. Meanwhile, you overhear that entire conversation. She has it out in the car, out in the hallway. And Noah, you were in there with Tessa.
I think as she leaves, is B outside the doorway? Like I don't see her at all, or is she just hanging in the doorway and I can see her once?
She's making sure that you
Leaves.
can't see her.
But I cannot see her.
Yeah.
So I think you see Tessa watch V leave, and she kind of looks out in the hallway for a moment, and not seeing anyone else, she kind of just collapses and lays back in the bed.
I think Noah is very almost distracted, because she hasn't been in a hospital since she died. So she's very much looking around the room.
And to Noah's tastes, the hospital has all sorts of...
fear.
Yeah.
Fear and blood.
So yeah,
Especially in the emergency room,
Yeah.
which is I assume where Tessa still is. probably.
Tessa would have, at this point, if she wasn't... If she was still in the emergency room, it would be because she was waiting for a room.
That's true. I guess after.
So yeah, she would have already been checked
After
out. If it was a broken arm, it's already in a cast, you'd be in a room
That's
at
it.
this point. So it's all mixed together. I mean, it's possibly so overwhelming it doesn't really trigger that need yet. You can decide.
I think it's just she's on the precipice of there's this fear I kind of want to say, and also I hate this hospital. I want to go.
Okay, sure.
And I feel like Tessa notices that on your face. Hey, I'm sorry to make you come here. You didn't have to come.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't like it here, but I like you more than I don't like it here.
That means a lot to Tessa. And I think you see that expression on her face change. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just have to sign some paperwork or something. I don't know. They started my discharge papers already, so it shouldn't be too long. And she goes to get up, and her body is very sore.
I think Noah tries to sit. I mean, Noah's obviously half her size.
Yeah,
Just kind of tries to push her down.
And I think she just lets you. Whatever my stuff that they recovered from the accident is over there. Can you make sure it's all packed up for me, so we can go?
Yeah. And I think before she goes, and does that, she looks at the door of where B is hiding, and I think she gets on her phone and writes a note that says, "B is here. I don't think she wants you to know," and then shows it to Tessa.
Good glad you did.
Tessa's-
I was about to do something messy.
I think you see Tessa's eyes start to get glossy, like she's about to cry, and she just kind of
I think Noah just
nods at you.
pats her head. And I mean, in a very gentle, older sister sort of way, and goes to Tessa's stuff and starts packing it up.
And I think Tessa looks towards the doorway
And
and just kind of smiles a little bit.
you may or may not see V approaching the door, and B.
Well, I mean, if B is still outside before I walk in,
Which I would assume she probably is.
I'm gonna say either come in or go away. And if you don't say anything, I'm just gonna walk past you.
Not my dice fidget.
I do it all the time.
I got plenty of dice. We just put them out.
I think she leaves. I think she goes back to the car. And sits probably shotgun. in the
Oh
car.
wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything more to talk about at the hospital? Okay, because if there's not, there's going to be an interesting conversation to be had when you get out to the car.
I don't want to do anything, but I think that being in this hospital for the first time in years, I think it may start to trigger her new move.
Oh.
Okay.
Which, hang on, I'm gonna get there. Where's my Google Drive at? Which is ending. You remember every detail of your death. When you tell someone about it, give them the condition morbid and roll to turn them on with cold. So I think she starts to get almost, not like a flashback, but almost kind of like feelings and like senses of like, this is familiar.
As you're walking out of the hallway, in fact, there is a girl walking like with some assistance and with like one of those little roller walker things down the hallway away from you, and you are convinced this is you at 15. Same platinum hair, same rail thin, walking really slowly, and how does Noah react to seeing someone that is like that is so close to the way she was when she was in the hospital?
I think, well, if Noah could get any paler, like, she would be just
the blood drains out of her
yes,
face.
it's just very much, she's been, she hasn't remembered any of this stuff. This is, even the hospital, there's just flashes, but nothing concrete, and now these things are kind of becoming more, or less abstract, and so now it's like, oh my god, like, it was kind of like, almost like a dream. Now she's like, oh shit, that really did happen to me.
Yeah, and as you walk by, you have to go by this girl, the three of you, as you leave. A nurse comes up and sort of helps her and moves her to the side. And when you walk by, obviously, it's just some other little girl. And it turns out her hair's not as white as it looked. It was blonde. And but yeah, that's an image that's probably going to stick with Noah for a while. And eventually, you will make your way out. You check out. You're outside, and you make it to the car. And B is sitting in the passenger seat. How does B react to them walking? Does she stare straight ahead? Does she ignore them? What does B say or do or? Anything?
Oh, I think she's silent in the front seat.
Okay. What's the rest of it? What's Tessa do when she sees B there?
I think she kind of gives you a half smile, and whether she catches your eye or not, I don't know. And then goes to get in the back seat, and is like, I assume V does not drive a particularly large car. Like, I'm assuming it's just like an average.
It's
like,
an
sedan.
average car, yeah.
So she climbs in the seat behind B.
Okay.
And is kind of like,
Yeah, Tessa in a back seat
knees in her
is
face,
crunched up.
and I think it's her right arm that's broken and in a sling.
Oh, okay.
And so she like gets in that passenger side door and like squishes in. If I don't know how far back B's seat is, but
No, I was just thinking, I think B sits the way in a car that I sit in a car, which is seat all the way up, knees
Okay.
up against her chest.
So she squeezes in, and then she goes to like reach to close the door and like can't because it's her right side, and she's like tries to lean over and like can't get it, and just sort of looks at the two of you.
They both stare at you. Come
No,
on,
I
let's go.
Figure it out.
I feel like once you got in the car, V probably thought, oh, okay, and got in the front seat because she's driving. So
I mean, I'll close it.
yeah.
I mean, I'll close the door.
I assume you probably still have my backpack because I don't know. That
Yeah,
she's-
probably, yeah.
And I think she's in kind of like not a neck brace, but she has like something around her neck because she tells you as you're waiting, I guess, that she's the broken arm and a concussion.
Mm-hmm.
But that was about as bad as it got. And so she just sits there for now at least, in the back seat, just kind of quietly.
Okay. And it's easy enough. You drive home. It's an hour, say an hour 15, an hour 30 to get home. How silent is it in the car?
I think Tessa's pretty quiet for at least the first bit, unless something else happens. Does anybody else say anything?
B, you get a text.
Fuck. That's never a good sign.
You get a text, and it's Ambrose. And it says, "Hey, what are you wearing to the party tonight?"
She says a mask and a dress like everyone else.
No shit. What kind of dress?
Red.
Okay. Bleep.
Okay.
All right. And if there's no other further conversation.
No, I think about halfway, maybe like after like 35, 40 minutes, especially if he hasn't said anything, if it's just been quiet, I think there's a certain moment where B just leans forward and puts her arm on B's arm. Like puts her hand on B's arm and just holds it there for a second. And then sits back.
Okay. So you get home. It takes now here's a question. Do you go back to your previous apartment or do you go to the web? You have two different options right now.
It's V that's driving. I think I tell her for now to go back to the web.
I think V would encourage. I don't want to speak for her until she gets back, but I think V would encourage.
I mean, I've got things at the apartment that I'm going to need to get, but I don't think that I'm ready to do it right now.
Okay.
And I don't know who has the dress that I'm supposed to wear to this party, because I did not pick it up or pick anything out. So.
I picked it up.
So yeah, so we just go back to the web, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You pull into the web, and Emily is actually still on her computer, and I was about to text you. Here you go, and she sends you the details for Tessa's mom. Phone number, the phone number at the place that she's staying, like her house, her halfway, not really halfway house, but her home has a landline, also.
Did she find anything out about it being a cult or no?
It is, it is anecdotally a cult, but it is not. It has it's very careful to not look that way.
Okay.
But people that are exiting it, but people who exit most religions call it a cult when they're gone. I don't care if it's. You could be Catholic and it's a cult, but so. But yeah, they have a lot of requirements for Tessa's mom to be there. Tessa's mom is the face of their main website as far as how they are helping single mothers, how they are, everybody deserves a second chance is their motto. And she has been cleaned up. She has had a makeover. She is, it fits it to a T. And and Emily goes, "There you go. If you need to call her, there you are." Hands it to you, or sends it to you. So, where does everybody hang out the web for a second?
What time is it?
Let's see. It's pushing evening. Late afternoon. It's probably 4. It took an hour to get there, and an hour to get back, plus however long it took to check out. So it's probably pushing 4:30 right now.
I think Noah will probably go home and get her outfit for and then so she'll have V drop her off, but she'll probably come back.
Okay, and everybody sort of meet up at the web to get dressed for the party. Okay,
that works. Yeah, I assume B had V drop her off at the firehouse, and then probably ask Noah to pick her up because she can't drive.
Right.
As you get out of the car, who do you drop off first?
Probably Noah.
So, as you get out of the car,
I didn't even think about that.
perfect.
No,
perfect.
It's perfect. As you get out of the car, then I awkwardly like have to cross over and roll the window down.
No.
And I just, as you're walking away, I just say, "Thank you for coming." And I roll the window back up.
You probably hear B just like through the window. She just goes, "Of course," but I don't think she turns around. She just walks through.
And then Tessa's just in the back. We're driving Miss Daisy this situation because Tessa knows that like there's no way for her to get out of the car and back in and close the door with her broken arm. So,
okay, so
she
that all
just
happened.
kind of slumps down into the seat.
Right, so that happened before you got to the web.
Right.
And when you get to the web, you're free to pass on the information that Emily gives you. You do see Louisa's already mostly ready. She's ready to go. She's got a beautiful, very form-fitting black and silver situation going on. The mask is very sharp, but it's sort of cat-like. It doesn't have like cat ears, but it's got the nose and all that. It is the brownies.
Don't mind me.
The brownies are absolutely worth it. Absolutely. And Onyx is sitting back on her phone, even though you know she's planning to be there, but she looks like she does every day. She hasn't even started getting ready yet.
What about Raquel?
Raquel is nervous, but she is in her room and she is like doing her hair and doing her makeup. She's not nearly as ready. She's somewhere in between the two of them. She's not quite as ready as Louisa, but she seems nervous. But hey, you know she's getting the job. She's gonna go. She obviously looks like she's gonna go. So that's the situation right now.
Okay. I love that almost the whole web's going.
It's a considerable portion of it, yes.
Yeah.
B, when you get to the firehouse, William, your father, who, one of your many fathers, but the father who's going also to this party, who you helped sort of pick out his outfit for because he wasn't sure if he
Reese
should go or
is
not.
going to the party.
Is it Reese? Oh, that's right, Reese. I'm sorry. I have actually Reese
Yeah,
right
because
below
fucking
him.
Reese and Eric are brothers, and it stresses me out that they're
right.
getting involved.
Yeah, that's right, the captain. That's right. Reese is sort of pacing, and he's wearing a suit. It's very nice. It's the one you picked out for him. But he is obviously uncomfortable. He's constantly like screwing with the neck and like getting the jacket and doing this with his shoulders. You know the suit fits. You guys make sure the suit fits. His suit fits. But he looks at you and goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going? How do I look?"
You look great.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay, this is not my scene. You know that, right?
I know, and I'm proud of you for going.
Well, thank you for your help.
And if you need me, I'll be right next door. So,
All right. Well, I just may come knocking, but I'll try not to. I know I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends. So, okay. Well, I'm sure you have to get ready. I don't know. Do you go early to these things? Do you show up early? I don't know. When do you go? When should I go?
no, I would show up like 5 to 10 minutes after the start time.
Okay, I can do that. And you see him go beep and set it like do a little thing on his watch. And he, okay, I'm sorry. If you need something, yell. Hamish is doing great, by the way. He's going to be getting out of the hospital any like probably tomorrow. So that's great.
Yeah, I think she just smiles.
Great. All right.
And she scurries upstairs to grab her stuff.
Okay. And yeah, does Noah have a conversation with anybody? Your mother is obviously very interested in you going to this.
Oh gosh. Unless she starts a conversation.
She's going to start a conversation.
Okay.
Your mother is
I
not
think Noah's trying to get in and get out.
Okay.
But if she starts a conversation,
And that's fine. And then she understands you have friends. She loves the fact that you have friends. She said so many times. So she is like, "You ready to go? I was wondering about it. Where have you been?"
Oh, I was just checking up on a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in a wreck, but they're fine.
Oh.
They're fine.
Okay. Well. All right. Well. Okay. I'm glad everybody's fine. I've got everything picked out and laid out upstairs. And she takes a little picture of you with her phone.
Am I dressed yet?
You're not even dressed yet. This is before. She goes, I would love to get a picture of you after you're dressed. Are you going to get dressed here, or are you all meeting somewhere? Or?
I was going to take it to a friend's house, but I can get dressed here and then just finish things up
No, just have one of your friends take a picture and send it to me, please.
Okay.
It'll go in my scrapbook.
Okay, Mom.
Okay. All right. And she's like, you can see her tearing up a little bit. She is very proud of you right now. And she is, your little brother even comes over and she's like hugging him a little too tight. And he's like, but yes, you were able to. Break.
I really appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
I know it was a hassle, and I can give you gas money or whatever.
No. Oh my God. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You guys drove a while to come and get me, and you didn't have to do that, so
You asked.
I didn't know who else to ask, so I'm sorry I had to put that on you.
No. It's totally fine. You gonna be okay?
I don't know. I'm honestly surprised that she came.
Honestly, same.
I don't know. She just feels really far away right now. I don't know what's going on with her. I'm surprised she came. I'm not surprised she didn't come in. I know she doesn't like to feel uncomfortable. She is... It's almost like she's afraid of being uncomfortable or afraid. And I'm going to use my new move.
Oh my God.
Which is... Where did it go? No, I lost it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I'm going to use my new move, which is I would never betray you. Oh my God. I hate not having my thing. If you share someone's insecurity with another person, roll to shut someone down even if they're not in the scene.
Damn.
On a 10 plus, they won't believe you're the one who said something. And on a 7 to 9, they know it was you and you lose the insecurity. I'm gonna pull a string that I have because I have a -1 cold. So it's just gonna be a straight up roll because I'm gonna pull one of the strings that I have on.
I love this music.
Her.
They can hear it on string.
Yeah.
This is the
Because I have 2 strings on her, and I know her insecurity. So yeah, so I'm gonna pull a string. So it's gonna be just a straight up roll. So we will see what happens. I'm gonna roll to shut her down. It's an 11.
Damn.
So you now know her insecurity, which is that I have written down. She's bothered by feeling fear. And I'm gonna roll to shut you down. Does anybody have the things pulled up?
Yeah,
Yep.
I've got it. You've got it. Go for it.
I got it.
So on a 10 up, choose one from below. They lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain one on them. I'm gonna give her the condition selfish.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? She's just a girl.
In the world.
So yeah, I don't know. She's just been
Damn,
doing
I'm
her
not
own
even
thing
there.
lately. I don't know. I think she's got more important people in her life than me, clearly.
It kind of feels like that, honestly. I don't know. I could get being uncomfortable, but why wouldn't you go into the room of somebody who's your closest friend? But I don't know.
You know another really kind of ironic thing?
Hmm.
Right before I left, I went with her to the hospital to see her dad because she didn't want to go alone. So I went with her. And I guess I should be glad that she just came for the ride at least.
Can I ask why you told me first and not B?
She wouldn't have gone and gotten me.
Yeah. I think you're right. Please let it be that time when they both walk in.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You hear as you both come in. You came up the little elevator. They have a little service elevator that comes straight into their apartment, and you hear, "Yeah, that's about right." As you both walk in, they happen to be in the living room right there, and you walk in carrying your dress or whatever, and same.
Oh, what's about right?
Everything about the situation, I guess.
I don't.
I was just talking about how I'm not sure if I want to go to the party, but.
Oh, you should go. You should go. It'll be fun.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm sore. And my head kind of hurts, but I don't know. I guess if I take some Advil, I can go. It's not like I'm gonna be doing much, but then just like sitting in a chair or something.
I do have a question for Tessa, and this is just for Tessa. Tessa's a rugby player. Is Tessa really sore? I mean, she had a car wreck. I get it.
I mean, her arm is broken.
Yes.
And that hurts.
Absolutely.
She's been sore before, but I mean, I think she is sore.
Okay.
I think she's...
I just wanted to... I was just checking to see if that was a thing she was...
No, she's not trying to, like, gain pity or anything.
Okay.
Like, she's sore, her head hurts, her arm probably hurts,
Absolutely.
but I'm sure they gave her pain meds at the hospital, at least for the next couple days. But... Yeah.
Okay.
She's not lying about that. Mm-hmm. I think if it had been anyone else, they probably would have been in much worse shape. Like, the fact that she is really athletic and is used to taking a hit probably helped. That's probably why she only has the injuries that she did. But, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah.
I think once we're starting to get settled, I want to gaze into the abyss and figure out what B is hiding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. Roll with dark.
What is B hiding? I don't have any forethought.
I don't have a clue that you're doing arson.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know what she is
That
hiding.
you're killing people.
Not on purpose. With the record show.
Nope.
Oh.
What is it?
It's gonna be 7.
Okay, well that's a partial success. So, 7 to 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless.
Okay.
The spider, you've become almost used to it at this point. It's always a little off-putting, but the spider is now becoming more and more part of you. And you get distracted by the different, for what it's worth, prey in the room. There are... The people who are not in the web that are in the room are, as far as the spider is concerned, the other. And are either to be eaten or avoided. And when you say, what's B hiding? The spider walks over and doesn't really go around her as much as sort of goes over her and surrounds her and just gets right up in her face. Looking. This one has secrets, has burned things. You are not the first to know. She hides from many. And it flinches. And it pulls back. And it hisses. This weird spider hiss. It's not like it's something you've not heard. And it burns us. Burns me. Be careful. Be careful. Then it goes out the window. That's what it says.
Okay.
It's confusing and alarming.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Amelia there?
Mm-hmm. Everybody, the web is in. Everybody's around. If you want to talk to somebody, feel free.
I think I'm going to talk to one of the adults in the room, and all I'm going to say is, I'm going to be drinking tonight.
Amelia just looks up and goes, okay. And Emily goes,
Yeah.
Yeah, B will.
Yeah.
You can't get drunk though, can you?
Not really.
It takes a lot of work.
Isn't it fun to play a character who can't actually get fucked up?
All right, so as you all get dressed for the evening and help each other out, V. Louisa leaves a bit early. She apparently has a date, so she is meeting her date somewhere.
Louisa?
Yeah,
okay.
Louisa, yeah. And it's Onyx, literally you guys are almost ready before she gets started. And she's like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be dressed as something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. And she obviously hasn't even planned what the fuck she's going to do. Yeah, everybody else you're ready to go.
Well, as we're getting ready, I think Tessa goes, like, to put her dress on and is gone for a little bit. And I don't know who hears it or if anybody does, but you just start hearing, like, some loud, not super loud, but some, like, banging, like something's being thrown. And you just hear Tessa, like, quietly just, like, cussing.
Well, we don't have walls in the web, so
Yeah.
I guarantee
You have
it's right.
exterior
heard it.
walls, so the little room
Yeah.
you're in, you'll have to throw it against the outside wall. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You obviously all hear this. Tessa is upset about something.
You don't see Tessa come back.
Oh, I'll definitely go and check it out.
And you see Tessa, like, wrestling with this. What did you get?
It's like a pantsuit, so it's like a vest,
Okay.
which is very nice because you've got a sling.
Yeah.
And it's very like goth and like ripped, and it's like pants. Yeah.
Okay, so you see Tessa with the pants, like, pulled most of the way up, but not buttoned.
Mm-hmm.
And the vest is, like, on, but her arm is, like, stuck in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she is, like, the look on her face is angry and frustrated, and there are tears just streaming down her face when you walk in, and she just stops and looks at you.
Let me help you.
And she doesn't say anything. She just kind of relaxes and lets you.
Mm-hmm. And I'll help you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I know. You know that you don't have to talk to her tonight if you don't want to.
I know. I just. It's hard. And I think Tessa keeps this quiet because she knows how open it is.
Mm-hmm.
I hate how she says she wants me there when I know that she doesn't care. And I hate. And she looks down at the cast. I hate not being able to put on pants. I'm supposed to take care of other people. And I can't even take care of myself. And I have to be in this thing for fucking months.
You've got people who will help you. Do you not recognize this room? It's your room if you want it. You got plenty of people who are willing to help you.
People say that, but they don't always mean it. So.
Well, we're not normal kind of people, so I've offered it once and twice, and this might be the third time, but this is your room, Tessa. Take it or leave it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Believe it or not, we need you.
I appreciate that. Does that trigger my sex move?
I would assume.
You
it
tell me.
does.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is your
it
call.
does.
Yeah.
I feel like it does.
I helped you put your pants
That was
on.
my intention. You did help me put my pants on. That's pretty intimate.
Yeah.
Pretty
So,
intimate.
Yeah.
so my sex move is when you share a moment of deep intimacy with someone, either physical or emotional, give them 2 strings on you and clear a condition. If you know their insecurity, they remove a condition, otherwise learn their insecurity. And I do know your insecurity, so you can clear a condition. I don't know if you have one,
I'll be like 6.
but if you do, you can pick one of them to clear.
Bitch, thank you. I'd go away.
And I'm going to clear the condition possessive. We're going to take a step away from that darkest self. So I clear that, and then you get 2 strings on me.
Okay.
So.
All right, you good. We got a lot of strings out there for people to start pulling.
No.
Is that conversation over?
Yeah.
So I think whenever Noah like notices a lull in the conversation, because I think she hears like, she doesn't hear the actual comment, but like
The murmurs, yeah.
She kind of like peeks her head in the curtain and is like, hey, is everything okay?
Yeah, and she holds up the cast. Putting clothes on is harder than I thought it was going to be.
And I think it just laughs. Hey, V, do you have like any like thick necklaces? And I think at that point she walks in and she's dressed. And she's got on like this dark green like tuxedo looking thing. But it's like, and then underneath that she's got like a little bustier top. But where you can see her chest, you can see like her little ribs. And so she's like trying to cover that up. She's like, do you have any little thing? She's like got her hands like right here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go to Onyx's room. And
Hey, what's up?
I need a necklace.
She turns around the
Yeah.
back of her mirror,
Figured, yeah.
and her mirror is covered in just gold necklaces and
Yeah.
all kinds, whatever you want. Sure, yeah, what's up?
I'll probably take the chunkiest one.
There's one with a lot of like green like jewels that who knows if it's real, but like it's big and it's got a lot of like green and so it's silver instead of gold.
Great. I'll bring it back to you.
She's very thankful about that. I think I appreciate it. She puts it on. She feels a little better, but like she did not expect. I don't know if she bought the whole thing. I think her mom may have helped.
Yeah.
And I don't think she was like, I just kind of want pants. I don't want a dress. I don't think she realized what was underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And so now she's a
Figuring
little
it out.
she's a little exposed, more exposed than she likes to be. But.
Gotcha. But yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, and about the time that she hands you this, Onyx comes out in what looks very possibly to be a quilt that she got from someone that she has fashioned into some sort of dress. It is shockingly form-fitting. It is very well made. She has got a mask that looks like she bought it at a Halloween Express. I mean, it literally has the rubber band like straps to it. And it's made of plastic, and it's like what are those like it's like a dragon shape. It's like for gosh, I don't know, it's like a lizard sort of looking thing mask. And she goes, "All right, well I'm out of here. See y'all later. Get fucked. Bye." Then she hits up.
She's the one that's supposed to kill her dad with me, right? It's me, her, and Raquel, I think.
I mean, they offered to help you out if you needed help.
Okay.
Is she always like that?
Always. And honestly, more in some ways.
So, tell us about B. What's B's situation? What's B looking like?
I mean, I think when Tessa left, V went to go get her. Once again, B and Noah are left to our own devices. I think B just asked Noah, like, do you care if I change in here?
Oh, no, it's cool. It's whatever. Cool. Is this like before, like, they...
I assume you all are in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So I think she just changes and starts to get ready. I think she's pretty quiet.
What's her outfit?
It's this, like, I don't know how you would describe it.
That dress?
Yeah. Help me.
It's just a long, like, fitted dress with a deep V halter neck kind of situation going on.
But it's like red, goldish, like shimmery. It looks like fire.
Is it like a sequins or is it like a metallic shifting fabric?
I think it's a metallic shift.
So it's like
It
a
looks
red,
like gold.
or with an orange shift kind of metallic shimmery material.
Okay.
And I think she just leaves her hair down.
Yeah.
I don't think it's super. But yeah, I think that she is being very quiet, especially for B.
I mean, once she gets dressed, I think Noelle was like, "Oh, that looks really good on you." And I
Thank
mean,
you.
obviously she's very monotone, but she means it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you okay? You've been kind of quiet, and then just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just, I don't really know what to do.
About what?
I mean, Tessa got into her accident because she was sending me an angry video. So.
Well, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm trying to be there, but also I don't want to, like, step on any toes or anything. So.
I think I don't pretend to know exactly what people want, but I mean, I think Tessa would be happy if you just like talked to her. I mean, about anything really.
I just don't know what to say because every time I do say anything, she gets upset. So, do you see my issue?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's exactly how
We watched Noah slowly collapse, implode upon himself.
Oh god. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I get it. You don't want to make her upset.
Because if I'm around too much, then I'm around too much, and that hurts. But then if I'm gone, and that hurts too. So I don't really, I don't know what to do.
Has she ever gotten upset, like, if you're around too much? Can you be around too much?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find a balance, but it's not as easy as I was hoping it would be.
Well, I don't think it ever is, but I mean, I would start with having a conversation with her. I mean, tell her you like her outfit, and then go from there. I think she just doesn't want you to disappear.
Alright. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good that advice is, but
I appreciate it.
you're welcome.
All right. And at that point, sorry, I'm plugging my computer in. There's allegedly a power supply back here. If I get electrocuted, that's going to get us a lot of views. So, good. So, you all get together. V, are you driving? Who's driving?
I'm driving.
You're a driver.
Yeah.
Very well.
Don't know how safe that's going to be, but
Tessa's
It's
not
Monster
drunk yet.
Hard.
She can always drive home.
you got one arm.
One arm is better than drunk.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
You don't think
so.
really?
No.
I'm not sure. Man,
One arm is. It might be a little hard to shift gears
Yeah.
with my right hand broken, but
Yeah,
You have drunk V and the other side shifting the gears
Yeah.
like Texas steering.
we've had a lot of
Our canon
this is in
drink of
3
choice is
sections.
brandy.
Yeah.
So I know that's all she's been
What is?
drinking.
we've disconnected like 2 times already.
Oh,
Here.
God.
is the stream still running?
It's not. Yeah, it is. But
It's
like,
never stopped for me.
It says I have like there's the 50-minute and then there's 9 minutes and now we're at almost 15 minutes.
All right. Sorry, folks.
Chunks.
My internet sucks. I apologize. But we're still online, so hey, here we go. All right. So you guys get to the party. It's a good, fashionably 15 minutes late. B, you see Reese's truck is already there. He's
I
obviously.
like to think that he took the fire truck.
let's split the difference. And he took the little fire chief's truck, like the one that the SUV that they drive. But yes, the adults party had started a little while ago, so it's already going. When you get to the guest house, as it were, the Ambrose opens the door for you, and you can obviously it's Ambrose. Some of the people you might have a hard time recognizing in their masks. Ambrose opens the door, and he is wearing a full red tuxedo with a red mask that looks like flames. And
Tessa clocks it and is not happy.
Lulu is
She like bites her cheek.
I thought you were gonna say she like bites him.
Yes, bites her.
that's Noah's
I
thing.
thought that was
No,
Noah's
no.
bit, literally.
Knows about it. She'll support you.
Welcome. Come on in. And he's obviously had a few drinks already too himself, amongst whatever else he's been doing. You get in there, and you guys are very possibly the last ones here. Looks like the party's well underway. Chaos Theory is actually playing at this party.
Not my favorite indie band going mainstream.
They're playing out
Fucking
back.
sellouts, dude.
There is the back part of this pool house or guest house. It's actually connected to the main house, but just by one of those little sort of outdoor hallway situations. And it's got a beautiful view. It's actually raised up over. You can see the Mississippi River in the distance, and there's a forest, and it's just gorgeous. And you hear Chaos Theory playing, one of your favorite songs. All conservatives are racist assholes. And
It's the best song.
that's their best song. And
What was left
Off
with
that
it's
first
morally,
Mm-hmm.
morally correct to
killing Nazis is always morally correct. So that's their other best song. But everybody's having a great time. Lulu is wearing is on Ambrose's arm as they come up. And one other thing you may notice as you walk in is Madison is talking to looks like Copper, probably. Copper actually has a copper-colored, like, sort of ensemble going
He
on.
looks like a penny.
Yeah, he looks exactly. He looks.
Oh
he's
my
got. He's even got a
God.
little like face paint going on to make him look like one of those guys, like street performer.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Obsessed with
No, Copper.
And
He's so important.
she is obviously like trying to actively avoid looking at Ambrose or Lulu, but she's wearing a dress that matches Ambrose's. Obviously, she didn't have time to change what she was planning on wearing, regardless of their relationship situation. But they're not obviously speaking. Lulu and not Lulu, Ambrose, and Lulu is on
Who's
Ambrose's
Lulu?
arm.
Are we talking about Lala?
Lala, yes.
I was like, who's Lulu?
Sorry, not Lulu, Lala. Sorry, me and names. That's something that I will never ever get right. Frankly, I'm shocked I remembered Ambrose's name. So there we go.
How could you forget Ambrose?
I can't. I obviously didn't. So, yeah, the party is going sort of full blast. One thing you do, Clock, is as you're walking in, you're sort of walking in a little bit behind the other three. Just because of the whole tension situation here. And you hear, hey, before you walk in. And you turn around and there's Eric. Is at the party. He is not dressed up. And he's not inside. He is in street clothes.
Oh my god.
And he goes,
About to
hey,
crash this party.
I just want to let you know I'm here in case you see me or anybody else sees me. Here, come here. And he sort of gestures off to one side. And he goes, look, I don't plan on being needed here, but Parker begged me to come back him up here. He's sort of flipping out about somebody chasing him around. He thinks something's going to happen here. I told him I'd watch him. I know he bought a gun from somebody. I made him give it back. Okay? He's not the smartest guy. But in case you saw me around, I wanted you to know I was here so you wouldn't have to worry about it. I don't plan on ever going in that place. I don't want to know what's going on in there. I want plausible deniability. But just to let you know I'm around. Okay, if you need something, I don't know, yell. I'll come around. Okay?
Alright.
Okay. All right, have fun.
Appreciate
Don't have too much fun, but go have fun. Actually, fuck it. Have as much fun as you want. All right. And he sort of wanders back towards the view, and he's smoking a cigarette. And you walk inside. And Ambrose is waiting for you, and he sort of, doesn't see who you've been talking to, but he goes, "Well, you look beautiful. I love that dress.
Thank you.
You want to go out back? Fireworks starts.
Are we all still like at the
Yeah,
front
you're all
door?
right
Yeah.
there. You're all right
I push past them and just go into the party.
there. Hey, watching.
Oh.
God, jeez. It's a fucking hockey player in here. Jesus. Anyway, if you want to hang out, fireworks should start shortly. Going out back. It's going to be great. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. let's
She'll
go.
grab, you link arms.
Yeah,
She
absolutely.
grabs his arm.
Yeah.
And they can go.
All right. So they go on. Does anybody look for anybody? Is anybody interested in what anybody else might be doing?
Tessa looks for the emptiest corner in the room and goes and stands and or sits in that corner.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. Tessa is currently in the shadows, in a dark, unlit corner of, like I say, this party goes over several rooms, but they're all sort of wide open. This is a very open floor plan. And, the one thing you do notice, Tessa, and actually anybody else who cares to notice, is when Chaos Theory finishes their first sort of set and is taking a break, at this point, not only is there drinks going around, there's all sorts of party drugs going around. People are having a great time. And you see, what's her name? Your Remy has Augustus sort of again pinned against one of the walls, not pinned physically, but she's leaning up against him, sort of got him sort of cornered there, and it's not far from you. They don't notice you're there, but at one point she's he tries to get away, and she puts a hand on him and pushes him back. Now Augustus is not a tiny dude, but he is also not. Remy is second only to Tessa as far as strength goes in the classroom. She pushes him back and goes, "You ain't going anywhere." And he's like, "Just let me go. Come on." And eventually you see him shut down. And she starts making out with him right there in the corner.
Who is this?
This is Remy.
Who's the guy?
Gus / Augustus,
you weren't
who
here
was.
for this.
Yes, this is while you were gone. She also sort of was fucking around with him in class the other day while you were gone.
They used to date, and she was really abusive, and he tried to break up with her.
Yeah, she's apparently decided that's not the case.
I can't remember how much I care about him.
Well, that's up to you. I don't
He
know
was
that.
the class clown, now wants to be taken seriously. He's in JROTC. He tried to kill him and then realized it was the wrong person. Yes, the last big bonfire, and his dad hit on you.
That's right.
Oh, his dad hit on me?
Also, his
hit on
dad
you.
owns the scrapyard.
Okay.
That's right. Oh, I forgot. That's hilarious.
Alright, I will walk over. I walk past them, and as I walk past them, I shoulder check Remy.
Roll either lash out physically, but I don't know if you're trying to cause physical harm.
No, I'm not trying to hurt her.
Then do
I'm
it.
trying to cause a distraction.
Okay, shut
enough-
someone down.
Yeah.
Shut someone down.
Does this... You get a plus one. Let me just solve their problems for them. Her insecurity is that she's scared of me.
Mhm.
So that's not... This is not trying to solve her problem, so...
No. Increase
This
her
is
problem.
going to be... Oh, it's a 9. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not terrible. I'm rolling really well tonight.
Um.
So I get a condition. I pick one and I get a condition.
Yep. You get a condition in return, and you get to pick one of the string. You gain a string, you lose a string. They get a condition, or you take one forward with Remy.
I'm going to take a string on her because I don't have one currently. So I'm going to take a string on her.
Okay. So now you have a string.
And then
on
she gives
Remy.
me a condition.
And she gives you the condition. jealous. She's gonna, hey, what are you doing? Get
I
your own
already
guy.
have the condition jealous.
You already have it. Oh my god.
I do.
So you get the condition interfering.
Okay.
Yeah. She says, hey, she sort of gets checked. She's, fuck you, get your own guy. I got one.
I kind of position myself between the two of them as best as I can.
She is physically trying to keep you from doing that.
And I'm going to pull that string. I'm going to stand up to my full height and get in her face. And I'm going to pull that string and I'm going to say, if he wants to take a break, you're going to let him take a break. And I'm going to use it to tempt her to do what I want, which is to let him go.
Okay. In this case, it does work. She backs down. I mean, she's not used to having to
knowing that she's afraid. That's what I'm playing on.
You're playing on that, and it plays very well because she has always picked on you because she's been a little bit afraid of you, and that's been her bully way to pretend that she's not scared. When you're standing up to her, she doesn't. And first of all, you look great. I mean, you obviously look amazing. You have a cast on your arm, which is kind of intimidating. It's basically you're carrying around a club, and she's like, "Fine, fuck it. We'll hook up later. Don't worry about it. Get your own whatever. You two have fun." She turns around and picks up a drink. I don't know if it was hers, but whatever, a drink was nearby. She picks it up, starts to drain it as she walks off. Gus looks up to you. Oh, God. Jesus.
Just go.
Go where?
Fucking leave. I don't care.
I'm not going to leave. No. She's not scaring me away. No. Fuck that.
You're
Fuck her.
a fucking idiot. And I walk away.
Hey, thanks, by the way.
She just waves and walks. She goes into a different room.
Okay. Yeah. The camera watches him take a drink off one of the preset beers that was already open. He takes it and starts chugging it and walks out towards the back. V, you see Louisa has... You don't really see her. You sort of see her across the way. She commands the room in the other party that's happening right now. She's laughing. There are 3 or 4 men around her right now, and she is just laughing and just touching them every so often and having a wonderful time, it appears. One of these men is Reese, and the captain of the fire squad, the firehouse.
Why is Reese at the kids' party?
He's not. This is the other party. She can see it across the way because these houses are in a V shape.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can see from one to the other.
Sorry, clearly missed that part.
Of course, the other house has nothing but bay windows everywhere. It's easy to see inside. And you always have no idea what they're talking about, but all these guys are just all over her. And you see her sort of jump a little bit. And some guy you don't recognize. I don't think any of you would recognize this guy. She turns around and she sort of smiles and gives him a little sort of playful swat. And you see her sort of walk off with this guy. And she takes his arm and they wander off. Does anybody have anybody else they're looking for?
Well, I have 2 things. One, is anybody else doing coke other than Ambrose?
Oh, sure. I mean, there are several people in here doing coke. Let me pull it up here. Jared has been apparently eager to try new things, and is he handling it great? It's hard to tell. It's a little early yet. Bunny is acting like she's done this a million times. Mm-hmm. Copper and Kevin are over there talking about it. And Bunny is like, come on.
Oh no. I don't think we need
Is
those
there
two
just
on
a
coke.
table of coke?
Yeah, there's a table of Coke, there's Molly, there's all kinds
It's a
of shit
Coke
on
bar.
Hey, alright. But yeah, no, I mean, the drugs are everything.
It's like a charcuterie board
Is
for
there
drugs.
anybody else in the room who would have something scarier? Because
Scarier than Coke?
I'm looking for fentanyl.
You would have to ask Ambrose for that. That's not something you see just floating around.
I want to
Lala
manipulate
probably
Kevin
has
to
some.
ask for it.
Roll a. How do you wish to do that? I don't want to tell you what to roll.
I want. It's not blackmail, but it's more of I'll expose. Well, it is blackmail. That I will expose him.
If you have a string on him, that'd be great.
I have one string.
Use it.
Let's use it.
All right. So you use it, and since it's an NPC, I'm not going to even make you roll for it.
Okay.
And he's like, "You want me to ask for fentanyl? Doesn't that like kill people?"
Yep.
Okay. We're even after that, right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
No. Okay. Yeah. So you see him walk over, and he sort of pulls Ambrose sort of down, and he is at least smart enough to get Ambrose away from everybody else.
Yeah.
And Ambrose sort of leans down, and you see him go like this, and then Kevin goes like, just sort of does a little shrug, and he goes, you see Ambrose like, I don't believe what you're saying, and sort of glances around. Does he see you looking or no?
No, he wouldn't.
And he goes, so eventually he sort of shrugs and nods and hands him a very tiny baggie and says,
Okay.
basically you can tell he's like poking him in the chest, I didn't do this, you didn't get this from me, all that saying the whole thing.
Mm.
And a few minutes later, Kevin again showing a little intelligence, sort of serpentines through the party for a bit before he finally makes it back to you. And he says, "Here, good Lord, I thought he was going to take my head off. Here, take it."
Thank you. We're even. I won't ask you for anything else.
Okay, goodbye. Jesus. Whew, okay. I do. And he goes over there and he immediately takes Bunny up on her offer for coke. He just goes straight there.
Jesus Christ.
Takes a big snort
Just
right
start
there.
Naruto running around the party.
It's what he's going to be doing later. He's pretending he's waterbending.
Yeah, literally.
Waterbending.
He is the Avatar when he's on
He is
coke.
the Avatar.
It's the Avatar state.
Oh my god. Starts floating.
His eyes brighten.
Yeah.
Alright, you said you might have two people you wanted to talk to. Is there somebody else or no?
That was it. Well, I'll get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tessa's not looking for anyone,
Mhm.
but me as a player would love for Tessa to have a conversation with Madison.
Okay.
Oh,
We can
God.
absolutely do it. Madison is currently looking a little lost. She is usually the center of attention at these sorts of things.
Yeah.
But since her and Ambrose have apparently split, or, even though you may not know the details of that, she is currently second fiddle here. So you see her talking to Copper and obviously not enjoying her
It's nice
conversation.
to see your bully taking down a couple pegs.
Yeah. Madison is a little, she's not the same Madison that she was at the beginning of the season, for sure. And she looks over and goes, "Hey, how you look nice. You okay?" And she points at your arm.
I crashed my car this morning, so not doing amazing. But it's whatever. How are you? You look lost.
Well, she holds up a drink. This is my third one so far, and I'm getting less lost by the minute.
Why aren't you with Ambrose?
Because fuck Ambrose. Yeah? Why isn't Ambrose with me?
Probably because he's with B.
Nah. Probably. Fuck Ambrose. B can have him.
I mean, I agree with the first part, at least, but I'm surprised you gave up so easily.
Let's just say I didn't give up. It just wasn't worth the fight. Ambrose, what's Ambrose got? He's got this big house. He's rich. He's famous. Whatever. I don't know.
I mean, you just made that relationship so much a part of your identity. Must suck to lose it.
Roll to shut someone down.
I'm not good at this. 7?
Okay. Come across as mean. That's your condition.
Racking up these conditions.
And yeah, you get to choose whether you get a string on her, she gets one on you,
I'm gonna take a
or
string on
loses
her.
one on. Okay. And she goes, "Yeah, well, I'm not saying I was the smartest person in the world, so we all got to learn sometime. Why are you here? What do you want?"
I'm here because my friends wanted me to come, but they all have other things to do, so now I'm just trying to get through this night.
Well, you should learn about standing up to people you care about. B showed me how to do it. Maybe she can show you how to do it.
What do you mean by that?
B's the one who talked me into breaking up with Ambrose. And now she's over there hanging on his arm?
It's interesting you let the girl that's trying to take your boyfriend talk you into breaking up with him.
She showed me that he was not worth the fight. She can have him.
Clearly he's worth the fight to her.
Yeah, well. And she laughs. She doesn't even respond. She just chuckles and laughs and takes it.
I don't know. I think if I were you, I'd be pretty upset.
Me and you ain't the same.
That's very true. Thank you for the reminder. Look, I just think, I don't know, you're here at this party being thrown by your ex-boyfriend where he is flouting whatever new people he's sleeping with. I don't know. I just think you could make a statement.
How's that? She's already sort of picking up. She's listening.
I mean, there's a whole lot of important people next door. There are a whole bunch of kids here doing shit they shouldn't be doing. Did you know B's dads are here?
I knew the fire captain was here. It was a big deal to get him to come here. Ambrose was talking. It was like, we'll have the next mayor at our party or whatever.
Interesting. Yeah.
She looks around. You are one fucked up bitch. You know that?
Must be the concussion.
Must be.
I'm gonna pull the string
Okay.
to tempt her. I just think you're letting Ambrose off too easy. That guy's an asshole.
Huh.
I just don't want him to hurt her.
You know, his dad always did love me. And she sets her empty drink down. Maybe I'll go say hi.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, you look good.
You too.
Yeah, I know. And she stumbles a little
I'll reach before she leaves. When I say that, I'm gonna reach over and like there's like a piece of her hair that's like come loose, and I'll just tuck it behind her ear.
Okay, she accepts that. And, oh, all right, thanks. And you see her as she walks out. She becomes a little bit more the old Madison as she walks towards where the houses would meet, and she's just heading in that direction. But she sort of straightens up a little bit, and she, makes sure everything's smoothed out. And yeah, she disappears. How long this may or may not take, or what happens, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And about then, we hear Chaos Theory's like, vroom, and the last of the song sort of fades away, and Ambrose walks up to the stage as the band is sort of putting their stuff down. All right, everybody, come on, let's outside. We've got the fireworks show. It's going to be great and gorgeous and romantic if I know what's going on. And everybody come out, find a spot, sit down with somebody you care about, and let's watch the show. And he turns around, and you see him sort of look over the edge, because this is, like, say, up on a bit of a rise over the river. And he, sort of does like this, or he has a little light that he shines. And then he goes back, and he finds you and Lala, and is sitting down between the two of you, and right in the center. I mean, nobody's in front of you. You are in front of everybody else. And you all look, and beautiful, gorgeous. Might as well be the 4th of July. But blues and reds and golds. Hey-oh, that's right. And that may or may not have been inspired by current times. But it is absolutely gorgeous. There's music playing along with it. It's no expense was spared. Anybody who cares to look over, of course, the other party is outside on their side of the house, watching. Everybody's oohs and ahs. and everywhere. And right at the crescendo of all these fireworks, Noah, you get a smell real quick. Intense fear, just for a second. And then, blood. And the fireworks, and you see Ambrose sort of raising his glass like Leo on the meme
Gatsby.
or whatever, the Great Gatsby. And that's beautiful, and it's gorgeous. And all right, everybody, let's go back to the party. And you are standing currently right next to B, and then we're walking right past you as you sort of are catching on to anybody who cares to notice. It's up to you to tell me if any sort of expression passes Noah's face.
If it is that strong, it's going to be a very, focused, predatory, you can probably see, her nose, her nostrils flare because she's sniffing, figuring out, she's like an animal at this point.
Sure.
Figuring out where it's coming from.
And you can tell it came from around a corner. It was, back behind and around a corner.
So, I mean, she's probably not, if everybody's going that way, she's probably still facing, where she was, and she will probably go the way that smell is if...
Who does...
Can I notice?
Sure, anybody who cares on a beat.
I feel like I've hung back because the loud noises and bright lights are probably not great for this concussion that I got. So I feel like I'm kind of back, and I'm watching everybody go back into the house, and I think I see you just standing there, not moving. And Tessa watches you for a second, and then seeing you continue to not be moving, I will push my way through the crowd over to you. Are you alright?
She just nods. She doesn't say anything.
Okay. You just look... I don't know. You look like you...
I'm hungry. And she starts to walk away.
Tessa will follow you.
I want to kiss her.
Tessa will follow you because I think she knows what that means.
Tessa's witnessed that.
Tessa's witnessed it. So I just follow you, just a few steps behind. I don't try to stop you.
I don't even think Noah even notices. So, one track mind at this point.
Yeah. Well, as the two of you...
and I will pull... As I do that, I pull out my phone. And nope, I don't have a phone.
You don't have a phone?
Nope.
Yeah.
As I follow her, I'm going to look around for V. Do I see V anywhere?
V does...
Probably not.
Then I just follow you.
Okay. And as you follow her around the corner, you get a smile on your face, and you go, and then we cut to commercial, and we will come right back here in just a few minutes, everybody. 15 minutes, let's see what's going on. It's a little crazy. Bye. welcome. We're welcome back. Now we're back, and we left with Noah and Tessa chasing down a very interesting smell that Noah had encountered. And you turn the corner, and at first it takes a second. You have to go back past a lot of the windows to a darker area of the side yard, as it were. And just like a bloodhound, boom, and you get there, and you pull a couple of bushes away, like to the side. And there is would you recognize this person? Tessa would. This is Eric. With a blood, he's had his hand over his gut.
Which one is Eric? Is the captain?
No.
Eric is the one who who had been dating Louisa. And
Okay.
Recently broken up.
Yeah.
He's like the uncle dad.
Yeah. And he's like coughing, and he's just sort of staring at the two of you. He's like, obviously this just happened. So he's like, and he's not really speaking yet, and he's sort of trying to figure out where he is and what's going on,
Seeing him, Tessa's gonna push past Noah, and I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna say, you need to call B now. And I'm gonna go to him, and I'm gonna put the full size of my body between Noah and him. Because I know what she is capable of, and I'm not gonna let that happen.
For what it's worth, the fear is not exactly as strong as it was. The blood is stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So you probably should roll to keep your cool, I would imagine.
What did I say? Thank you. To 9.
Okay. You on a 7 to 9, I get to tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable.
Okay.
And you can back down or go through with it. So, the action in this case is, full on attacking Eric, I suppose. Unless we have other options, you tell me. But that seems like the only real thing we're keeping her cool about. I think the consequences are pretty obvious. This is B's dad, someone she cares very much about. Tessa is right there and will physically try to prevent you from doing this, and is probably capable, or at least damn close to being capable of doing it. And you are clear enough of mind to recognize these things. However, there's a lot of blood. And it is fresh, and it is warm, and it is delicious.
Shit. I don't know if I can get past Tessa though.
Tessa's one arm down.
I think she's not doing anything at the moment. I think that there is like a war going on in her brain.
Okay.
And I think she's just staring at him.
Okay.
Just there, just freaky as hell, just staring at him.
Okay. So a few things are happening at once here. We cut immediately from you just staring. We don't know what you're going to do. Tessa is staring at you just like the audience is right now, trying to figure out what's going on. We cut to V. Your phone rings like a phone call.
Oh, I answer it.
And it's Raquel, and she is like giddy. She's like excited, and she's like, I think I'm good. I think we're okay.
What?
She goes, no, I think we're good. I think I'm good with the web. I don't have to leave.
What do you mean?
I did it. I shot someone. I killed someone.
Who did you kill?
It was a man. It was the guy Louisa was pissed at. She showed me where he was going to be. She knew he was going to be here. Onyx gave me the gun. It was done. It's easy.
Who gave you this job?
Well, I guess Louisa. I don't know. She just said this guy deserved to go.
Fuck. Where are you?
Well, I'm around back now, but I should probably get out of here. I realize my adrenaline's running like crazy.
No. I have a job for you.
Okay. Sure, yeah, what is it?
Where are you?
And you hear a tink, 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 and it's on one of the back windows. She's looking in at you right now.
Okay. I'll be right out. Before I go to her, I'm gonna go to where the Coke table is.
Okay, sure.
And just grab some.
Okay. They're all in little like dime bags or just little bags.
Oh, perfect. I'll take a dime bag.
Okay.
And while I'm walking out to her, I'm gonna dump the fentanyl in the Coke bag.
Jesus Christ. Okay, sure. There you go.
Okay.
And she's out there and she's like pumped up. You can tell that she's psyched.
I need you to get Ambrose to use this.
Ambrose, that's the guy who's like throwing the party?
Yeah.
Okay, why? Why can't you do it?
It's too close.
I'm okay. I'll try. But I think I'm in. I think I'm pretty good. But okay, no, yeah. If this is a job, this is
Yes.
a guy who deserves to go.
Yes.
What did he do?
Too much. He's not a good person, babe.
And she pauses. And in that moment, you see what Aurelia sees in her. She is psyched. She has adrenaline pumping, but she hasn't let it completely taken her over yet. She is not one to just immediately say, yes, ma'am, whatever you say.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and goes, well, I know what this other guy did. And I know what the guy did that you killed in the bar. But did he do did Ambrose do something specific?
Because I know he's got like a long history of being shitty to women, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna just start pointing at every single woman in this space.
Okay. Oh, okay, we're gonna make you roll something here.
Okay.
We'll say it's a roll to turn someone on. You can use... obviously we understand you're not trying to, turn her on physically, but, you're trying to convince her of something.
Yeah.
Or shut someone down. I'll let you decide on which one of those two you want to do. As far as shutting down her questions.
Let's go with
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. 9.
Okay. Okay, on a 7 to 9 you do succeed. They can either give you a string or you get to choose one of... Oh, I get to choose one of your actions. I give myself to you, I promise something I think you want, or I get embarrassed and act awkward. She's going to promise you something that they think you want. She goes, okay. All right, you know what you're doing. I trust you. So
I'm going to hug her.
And she, for a second, doesn't recognize that you're not necessarily known for being super affectionate. But yeah, she hugs you back. She thinks maybe this is because she's finally had her first kill. Maybe that's why she's getting, okay. And you see her take a deep breath, calm down, and she goes around to the side. Sort of, there's a door near where the two buildings meet. She goes in that way. And you see Onyx actually meet her, and they start talking as she's walking back towards the party you guys are at. And we cut to B. B, you're with Ambrose. And Ambrose is sort of leaning over and saying, hey, you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, great. Gotcha, great. And Lala is yeah, you guys have fun. I'll stay out here. It's a good night. And
why don't you come?
She sort of looks you up and down. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Roll to turn someone on. She doesn't necessarily want to come, but we'll see.
It's a 7.
7? Okay. She says, no, you guys have fun. I'll see you later. But you get a string on her. You now have a string on Lala. And she sort of does run a finger down your arm and says, you do look great tonight. But I like to be around people. And she's going to go and sort of saunter back into the party. And Ambrose, just sort of puts his arm around your waist and starts leading you back towards the bedroom. And we cut to you two outside looking at Eric. And as you're facing away from the building, Eric's leaning up against the building behind, like, between two big shrubs. You're in front of him looking at Noah, who is looking in that direction. And Noah, you notice the lights come on behind in the window. And you see B and Ambrose walk in to that room.
Fuck.
And, they start kissing, making out, sort of really getting hot and heavy.
I'm assuming I don't see in the window because my back's to it, right?
Your back would be to it. I mean, it's up to you if you're going to take your eyes off Noah for a second.
No. Noah, give me your phone.
I think she does. And then she says, look. She points to the window.
Oh, fuck. I will keep my body between them, and I take the second to, like, glance. I'm worried about Noah eating B's dad. So
Sure.
I think she just does, like, a quick look back, and then right back on Noah to make sure it's not a trick. In that quick glance, can I tell who it is?
Oh, you know what she's dressed as, absolutely. And
We're
Ambrose-
both wearing bright
You're both wearing
red.
bright red.
So oh, fuck. I see that, and I think I need to roll to keep my cool.
Okay.
Darkest self.
Do it.
Thank God I cleared that condition.
Burning pile
Oh.
playing in the background right now is
That's
so
a-
joyous.
That's a 4, so that's a fail on the keep my cool.
Oh, darkest self, darkest self, darkest self.
No.
No, not necessarily.
Because I don't have
begging.
that. You didn't... As long as you know someone's insecurity, you get a +1. No, what am I looking for? This part. No, this part. Whenever a person whose insecurity you know chooses another person over you, you gain the condition possessive.
You lost my insecurity.
No, I didn't. I got a 10.
Oh,
That's right.
oh,
She-
my insecurity.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did.
You gave it
No,
to her.
I told you what it is,
Oh.
and because I rolled a 10, you even if she tells you, you will not believe I'm the one who told her.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because I succeeded on that. But so I will get the condition possessive. Oh, I was gonna try to save him, but I think in that moment, I look back, I do that quick glance, and then I realize who it is. And I look back over, and I think I see you all getting hot and heavy. And I stare at it and it's the same expression that Noah had. Just that, like, blank, determined stare. And then I look back at Eric, and I look at Noah.
And I think Noah has gotten steps closer as you turned your head.
And I walk to the car.
Wait, are we in a car? I missed that.
I mean, no,
We're
you're
at
in
the-
the
we're-
bedroom.
Okay.
You're in the bedroom. This is all happening outside. Tessa
We're-
walked back to the car. You guys showed up.
Yeah, we're outside the window. And I look at you, and I look at Eric. And then I look back at the window one last time. And then I just look at you. And I leave. I go back to the car.
Can I see this? Because I feel like at this point I'm also outside. Or can I at least
Why
see
would you
Tessa leaving? Cause
Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, I go outside to talk to...
That's true. You went outside to
Yeah.
talk. Yeah. So we'll
And
say
I drop your phone on the ground.
in order for you to not follow Raquel, you go the other direction.
Yeah.
The other direction leads you past. You see Tessa, who doesn't notice you. You see Tessa throw a phone on the ground. You know she doesn't have her phone.
Yeah.
And you see where she was coming from. And I mean, you sort of have to continue that way to get around to the front door to
Yeah.
come back inside. So what does V do?
I'm going to follow from where they left. So I would assume I'd run into the dead body. Or
Okay.
dying body.
Yeah, he's
I
already,
assume Noah's still there.
Noah's still
Yeah.
there.
So you probably run into Noah
So
and Eric.
well, that's the deal. You walk around the corner and see whatever it is Noah's up to.
Yeah.
What is Noah up to?
Noah, in those few seconds, is now on top of this man.
Oh my god.
Like straddling him, and like I'm assuming that because she is so hungry, her eyes have gone black.
Okay.
And she is just staring at him and trying to maybe instill more fear. But she's like taking like his hand that I guess was like holding, and she's like licking it.
Oh my
Okay. There is... Eric is the best paramedic of the team. He knows what a shot to the gut does. You feel very little fear coming from him. He is currently, apparently, from what you would be able to gather, making his sort of deciding things. And
I think Noah like asked like, "You're not afraid?"
well, I'm afraid I won't get to talk to B before I go. And he looks at you and he goes, "Can you please call B?"
But I'm hungry.
I'll be here.
I don't think she takes her eyes off him. I think she just puts her hands up and slams on the window.
Bam, 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 bam! Ambrose jumps out of his fucking seat. What the fuck? You see barely Noah. And just as she's like backing away out of the light from the room. I mean, you see her just long enough to go bam, 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 and back off. Ambrose had not seen that. You glanced up fast enough to see it was Noah. Ambrose says, "What the fuck? Who's out there?" And he's about to walk over to the window to see what's going on.
I'll be right back.
Hey, what are you talking about? You'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
God, okay. I'll go get some more stuff. I'll be right back. All right. Well, maybe be quick.
All right.
Okay. And he walks out, and as you both walk out together, Raquel is sort of walking past, and you see him sort of talking to her for a second. She stops and then is talking to him for a second.
I'm going outside.
Okay. It takes a good 20 seconds for her to get outside.
Do you go out the front door or the back door?
Whatever one's closer.
Which one's closer?
The back door will be closer to the bedroom. Why are you asking if she sees you walking away?
Because I'm going to the front, so I'm wondering if we cross paths or if you're going the opposite direction. But if you go out the back door,
Even if we do cross paths, I probably don't see you.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
Because it's dark.
Yeah, it's very dark. And she has to adjust. She's been
And
bright lights.
I literally cannot see outside when it is dark.
No, but I was wondering if I would see you. But if you go out the back door, then I won't see
Okay.
you. So that's fine.
You come across, and I'll let Noah describe the scene.
So I guess he's still in the bushes, kind of, and she is on top of him. I think that she has enough of her brain that she is kind of backed off so she doesn't get blood on herself, and she has got like one of his hands like close to her mouth pretty much, and whether she was in the process of licking it or anything like that, I mean she hasn't gone for the straight, like she's just
Noah, who is it?
And you hear, B?
Noah, get off him.
she doesn't.
I'm gonna go to push you off of him.
That is... Okay, that'll be a roll. Do a... do a lash out physically. I'll let you also do a lash out physically. We're not gonna...
We're doing a strength contest
Basically,
right now.
I mean, she doesn't want to leave, and you want to force her out of the way. I mean, I don't know what else to do. That's basically...
6, 7, 8. Mine's a 10.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna beat that, but ooh, that's a 6.
Fuck it, Noah.
So, describe that. You managed to... How do you get her off? How do you push her out of the way?
Oh, I say get off, and she doesn't, and I run into her
Okay.
and knock her off.
Just knock her back. Noah, that's aggressive. And boy, you are in an aggressive mood right now. But, I mean, it's your choice. Before too much more happens, Eric reaches up and grabs your dress. I mean, there's not a lot to grab. It takes you, brings you down. And he goes, "There's things I gotta tell you. It was a girl, It was she came up behind me and asked me about Louisa. And he says she had curly hair, sort of olive skin, seemed young. And he describes whatever Raquel was wearing, because everybody's wearing sort of unique situations. He goes, "No, I know what's happening here. Feel free to go ahead and call, but I need you to know something. People don't wake up from this." And you hear him cough, and he's got blood coming out of his mouth. Tell Hamish that he was right and I was wrong, and that he needs to do what he wants to do.
What?
And don't ever give up on your demons, kid. Just, keep him on a leash, but get some revenge, huh? And he slowly stops breathing. And his hand drops. And you just see his eyes just stare off into nothing.
Okay. She closes his eyes. Because, yeah. And I think she turns to Noah. Do you have your phone on you?
I think
Tessa threw it down when she left.
It's on the
Well, I
ground.
can't see it.
Yeah, it's on the ground near you.
she doesn't take her eyes, but she like reaches and then throws it.
And I'm gonna call Reese.
Okay. Reese picks up. Hey, hello? He doesn't recognize the number.
Hey, it's me. Are you still at the party?
Yes?
Can you come around back?
Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Will you just come here?
Yeah, I'll be there in a second. Beep.
And I think she just sits there. I think that she, like, fucking aggressively throws, like, not like overarm, but, like, throws the phone back at Noah and, like, hits her in the chest.
Okay. How's Noah feeling right now?
I think Noah is a little pissed off. Because B's bringing more people, and that means she can't, finish her meal pretty much. But I don't think she's moving. She's still right there. I mean, I think that she's fairly clean. Like, she didn't really get any blood on her. She just, like, licked his hand.
Yeah.
So she's just sitting there in the grass.
Is there blood around your mouth? Do you think?
You did lick his hand. It's up to you, but did you lick his hand?
I mean, there could be. If it's good for the story.
You tell me. Everything's good for the story.
I could say that there's maybe, like, blood in her teeth.
Okay.
Like, in her mouth.
Fucking hell.
She just, like, kind of, like, crisscrossed, like, a couple feet away.
I think B gets up. And I think she, like, throws an elbow or something.
Oh, wow. You lash out physically.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't count. That's a floor. That's a floor dice.
There's another one right there.
Oh, that one's less good. That's an 8.
Okay. On an 8, you harm them, but choose one. They learn something about your true nature and get a string on you. I get to decide how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
I'm gonna go with the first one. I think she throws the elbow and starts like, there's like a spark.
When it hits?
Yeah.
When you like elbow her, a spark is like. Pff.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't help but feel that there's that wasn't just an elbow. Something burnt, left a mark. And Wow, it hurt. That hurt bad. We'll at least give you 1 harm for that.
And I think B is crying. And I think as she hits you, she goes, "Fucking vampire!" And I think goes to hit you again. Unless you do something.
Can I make it there by then?
You can make it there by then. Reese is taking Reese can't get there fast. He's trying to get out of this party. He's taking his time to get.
I think if you do hit her again, which I don't know if you want to, but she just kind of like will smile at you and be like, "You trying to kill me?"
You hear that as you walk around the corner.
Because I feel like she's probably like on the ground now. If you hit her again, she's like on her back.
Yeah, I want to hit you again.
Can I also roll?
That's a 12. No, 13. I plus student voto.
It's not gonna do.
To roll, are you trying to stop her?
Yeah, I mean, do I need to let Poe go first and then?
Well, but go ahead and roll. But yes, we'll see.
I was doing the name Poe. That didn't go over very well.
What's the number?
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. You roll a 12. You hit her again on the ground, and instead of a spark this time, it's as if you had smacked. I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you've ever tried to like put a little fire out with a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper, and it goes, poof, that happens on your chest. It's, bam, poof, and it's hot, very hot, and it hurts. You take another harm.
Do I hear this? Like, do I hear this scuffle happening?
You tell me. I mean, I don't mind if you hear it. Absolutely. If you think I think it might be kind of dramatic if you did.
So if I hear B, I'm assuming I hear B yell at the very least.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did yell.
Wherever I am, I turn around and I move quickly back.
Okay. V is there before you.
Yeah.
You rolled a 9 to describe what you would like to have, what V's intention was.
I think essentially keep Noah safe.
Like to try to basically like pull her away, or pull V,
block
B away.
I would block because I don't know if.
Well, currently the situation is Noah's on the ground, on her back, and B has just come up and go bam.
Yeah, let me pull B off.
Okay. With a 9, that is a successful. They get to. I'm not going to say necessarily you're trying to harm her. I assume just okay. They learn something about your true nature and get a string on you. I get to decide how bad it turns out, or you become your darkest self with a 9.
Probably darkest self. Yeah.
Okay, so please read to us what your darkest self is. Have you been darkest self yet this game?
Once, like early on.
Early
it's
on.
Been a hot minute.
Well, let's remind ourselves.
You're tired of being underestimated. You've been holding back in order to protect them all. None of them appreciate what you can do to them. Only what you can do for them. Make them change their mind. Make them yours. Poison them. Drain them. All of them until they beg to tell you what they can do for you.
Okay. Darkness sort of comes over you. Everything is. It doesn't go fully black and white, but there's a big sort of the edges come in a little bit, and you get focused. You do manage to pull B back, and that's when you finally see this guy laying down here. I don't know that you would recognize Eric unless Louisa had talked to him about it or something. I mean, I know you talked to Parker about it.
I saw like the police report.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I would know at least what he looks like.
Okay. So this is Louisa's little boy toy that discarded her. Who's sitting there, gone. You know when somebody's dead. B. Noah. This is the toss-up right now. What's happening?
I think that unless somebody physically restrains her, B is gonna beat the shit out of Noah.
You're after Noah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. She's coming after you, Noah. B. She's going after Noah.
I'll stop her
Go try to stop
any
her.
way that I can.
Tessa, you come up on this. And B is B yelling? Is she silent? How is B?
Oh, she's fucking screaming.
Okay.
When I come around the corner and I see this, Tessa runs as fast as she can, and she's only got one arm, but I think as she does, she kind of, as best she can, pulls her arm out of the sling. She reaches around and pulls the thing off, and the sling drops, and her arm is in a cast. It's mostly her forearm, but they have her elbow sort of locked. But I run over, like full on rugby style, but she runs over and gets between them, and she puts her hand, like she grabs B by the shoulders, and I'm gonna turn to V, and I'm gonna say, "Get Noah the fuck out of here. Protect your family." And I'm gonna pull a string to tempt you to do what I want. And if you take it, you get experience. But my goal is just get the fuck out of here. And then I turn to B, and I hold you first by your arms to try to get you to calm down. And I just look directly in your eyes, and I say, "Hey, breathe. Are you okay?"
No, I'm not fucking okay. And she's sobbing. She's weeping.
And she is burning hot to the touch.
And I reach up. I let go of your... Are you trying to push past me still, or do you...
Yeah, I'm fighting.
Okay. So I still have you with my good arm, by the shoulder, and with my, casted arm, I reach up and I put my hand on your face.
It is hot like a pan on a stove.
And I'll say, "It's okay. I'm here." And I pull you in, and partially to keep you from running, to give you all time to get away, but I just pull you into a hug.
No, I'm fighting the whole time.
And
I'm getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Physically to the touch.
It doesn't matter. I will hold on to you. I don't look back to see where they are, but I'm just going to hold you here as long as I can.
So, okay, on that note, what is V doing? And what is Noah doing? Noah's not unconscious.
I think Noah, because, she's upset, she's hungry, I think that she's gone, absolutely, feral. And so she gets up. As soon as, B is restrained, she gets up. And she's going toward the body again.
Okay. Oh, my God. V?
I'm gonna say let's go find your dad. Can I'm gonna roll to turn you on and then pull a string.
Yeah, you get a plus. That gives you a +1.
Yeah. $14?
God, I love parties in this game.
Yeah.
Okay. The let's go find your dad that triggers something in the back of your head. This guy's trying to kill you. You are the strength you have on you right now. You could direct that at somebody who's trying to kill you, or you could direct that at your friends. And V has, through her incredible skill, has managed to get through to you, at least give you the option to leave. It's not necessarily something you have to do. You have
I think
something.
at 14 it's gonna be, but I think she'll look back and be like, she'll say it again. I'm hungry.
He's dead. It's not worth it.
Jesus, he's already taken his tie is half off. His suit jacket is thrown down. He's sensed something has gone horribly wrong, and he skids to a halt to you. And at first, he thinks you're the one who's hurt. He sees you in a cast, and he sees literal blisters starting to form on you right now.
Do I take a harm?
Yeah, let's give you a harm. And he's like, "What the hell, B? What's going on? Are you okay? What's going on?"
I let her go at that.
And I think she just collapses next to where Eric is.
Okay. Reese goes over and gets on his knee and oh my god, oh Jesus, and he like tries to feel for a pulse. He does all the paramedic stuff, and it takes him a second, and he goes, "Who did this?" And he turns back to look at you.
There was a girl, and she describes what Eric told her.
All right, I'm gonna call the cops. Don't let anybody around here, okay? You guys just keep the scene clean, all right? The other guys will be down here shortly, and you can tell he's gotten into fire chief mode. That's his sort of protection, his defensive mode. He gets on his phone and he walks away. He's got blood on him, and he's starting to crack a little bit. And you hear him start to make his phone calls. You look through the bedroom window, and there's Ambrose and the girl that was just described. And they can't see you still. You're outside in the dark. They're in a well-lit room. And he's like flicking this little baggie. And he goes, okay. And you see him sort of smile, and you see her with this very calm,
But I can recognize her as the one that Eric
He described her dress, he described her hair, he described...
I'm running back inside.
You see her take off.
I follow her.
You get through people. People are, at this point, the mood has... People are starting to figure out something's going on. I mean, not 100% sure what's up, but something's going on. And people are sort of looking for, like, hey, and you bust in, and he is just about to just do a line of this. And he's like, whoop. Hey, you want some? What's up?
I'm gonna hit her.
Okay. Lash out physically.
Oh, this is just what I do.
You were on a rampage.
It's another 10.
Okay. You run up. She doesn't know she doesn't know who the hell you are. And she looks up, and you just basically come up and, describe how you hit her. How do you slap her? Do you punch her in the gut? You rip her hair out. I don't know.
Am I coming from behind her, or is she facing me?
She is just turning to see you.
Oh, I'm just gonna clock her.
Okay. She goes, poof, and as soon as you do that, the whole side of her hair catches on fire. And she starts screaming.
She
and
just
starts
killed mine.
trying to put it out. And everyone's going, holy fuck! And immediately goes over and starts trying to put this fire out on her. She's got a lot of product in her hair. It burns quick. And she's like, oh God. And she starts screaming, and she tries to take off running outside. Or out of the room to, find a seat.
I want to try to block her and keep her in the room.
I'm standing in the doorway.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. She goes, boom, and she bumps into you, and she's like, screaming. And she's trying to get past you. She can't even really see.
I don't move.
Jesus Christ. Okay. You said we didn't have any villains this season? Jesus Christ.
It's us. We're the villains.
Okay.
This town would be so calm if it wasn't for us.
I want to go bang on the window and get Reese's attention.
Reese is like looking around, like you see him do that, and he looks up. What the? You can't hear him, but he's looking. What?
I'm just gonna motion for him to come inside.
And you see him look down. Okay, and he turns around, and meanwhile, this girl is with Ambrose's help. Unless you're physically stopping Ambrose from helping, eventually get her patted out.
Ew, I bet it smells so
It
horrible
is.
in that room now.
It smells, but it's burnt hair. It smells like burnt hair, burnt skin. Her ear is all like crinkly. She is in serious pain. She is out of her mind with fear of you right now. She has no idea how you did that. Ambrose is like, he's not as cocky as he usually is, but he's surprisingly, he knows you play with fire. He figures you have some sort of weird like trick in your sleeve or something. You can just set people on fire. So he's like, Jesus, you're fucking crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing? And he looks at you.
Am I taller than Ambrose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Significantly.
I walk over with my good hand. I grab him by the collar and I I just yank him around, push him out, close the door, and lock it. And I walk over. I don't say anything. I walk over. We're in a bedroom. I'm going to say for narrative purposes that there is a candle on a dresser.
Okay.
I walk over and I knock all the shit off the dresser.
Okay.
And I look at B. I got this. And I will step over her, the woman, Raquel, and I just put a hand on her chest and just hold her down.
B, what do you do?
Go get your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. She will.
And I'll do my best to try to get the fire out.
Yeah, the fire's more or less out.
Okay.
It's
and I just
ash.
hold her down.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing open the door.
You swing open the door literally as you see Reese about to pummel Ambrose to get out of the fuck away. He is about to punch this kid. Somehow this kid always manages to just not get hit. And he looks around and Reese, Jesus, shoves him out of the way. What's going on?
This is her.
And he looks down and goes, oh my God, what? Oh, and, he smells it. I mean, he's not going to react really bad. He's a fire chief. He knows what this is. And he goes, this is her, you're sure?
Yeah. She's exactly who Eric described.
He reaches down. I mean, he's going to push by you. He's the grown, he's the adult. He's used to being in charge.
I let it go. I let her go. And as I back up, I say, I'm so sorry. I pushed her into the dresser. Her hair caught fire in that candle. I'm sorry.
She is lucky that's all that's going to happen. Let's go. And she's like, she's, this has not gone as nice as she thought it was going. She was on cloud 9 there for a minute, and now she's not. And he has got her in every kind of hold that he can take. I mean, he's in charge for a reason. He's the fire chief. He knows how to get people out of the way. And he's used to people getting out of his way. And he takes her. He's got her like in an arm bar behind herself, and she's like, "Oh, and it hurts." I mean, you can hear her like tendons like every once in a while, and she's crying and begging and like, "What's that? What's going on? What's happening?" And he's leading her out. Ambrose is like in the meanwhile, like out there in the party, like, "Oh, shit's going down! Watch out, everybody! Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" And basically, Reese carries her out front. Meanwhile, you guys...
Sorry, can I just break in to say that triggers my move Martyr Complex. Whenever you sacrifice something to put someone else's needs above your own, give them a string on you and you mark experience.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you can have a string on me.
These notes are about to be fucking insane.
Meanwhile, you guys make it to the car relatively easily. You get there before Reese even gets around the corner.
Oh, her dad's supposed to be at the party.
I'm sorry. That's right. Her dad's at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad's at the party with your mom. They both went to the party.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the other side of the house. So you guys beeline it over there. It's not hard to find him. He is not around everybody. Your mother is talking to a few people. Your father is looking very uncomfortable with all these people around who are. There's a lot of hedonism here that he is not comfortable with. And your mother, however, is trying to be. She's charming and polite and everything. And when you guys, do they see you walk up, or what's the story?
I assume that you're like a bull in a china shop right now. I think you're just going for it, but I mean, I'm gonna follow you.
Sure. Yeah, they'll see.
Okay, so they see.
Or he'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, he sees, and he looks up and goes, "Oh, Noah?" It's like a question. And your mother looks over. I mean, they're standing near each other, and she looks. Oh, Noah, are you okay? What's happening? And he's taken a sort of step. He's letting your mother come between the two of you, just because that's his default position.
And I think Noah looks around and sees all these people, and I think that they don't know what to do. She's very like, what I want and what I can do right now are kind of at odds.
What's V do?
I think V's gonna say that and take your hand. And then I'm going to introduce myself to your parents.
Okay.
Oh, V. Yes, I've heard a lot about you. You're one of her new friends. So pleasure to meet you. And her dad goes, hi.
This is the V from, before.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Well, it's very much a pleasure to meet you. We should go somewhere and talk. Let's go. Is that okay? There's a room over here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's exactly what she looks over and
Sure. She walks over, and she takes V by the arm, and she's like, "Oh well, you're just a beautiful woman, aren't you? Look at you, you're amazing." And
We love Mom.
yeah, and your dad is right there, sort of beside your mom, and you're coming up from the back, and she opens the door and says, "Nobody's in here," and it's sort of like a library. It's got books floor to ceiling, all around all the four walls. There's a little desk, a globe, like one of those old globes. Everything's in dark mahogany here, and but it's quiet and it's dark, and and it's very quiet. And V, what do you do?
Oh, just school for now. I plan on going into investigative law, but we'll see what happens once I graduate.
Yeah, what a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing while we're having this conversation?
I think she's just holding V's hand. Because I think when V said, let's go find your dad, she had an idea of what was going to happen. But now they're like, she's with her parents, both of them, and she definitely not, she's not going to do anything to her mom. So she's like, feels really awkward. Like, it feels like introducing your girlfriend to your parents. You're like,
this is a hell of an introduction. So your mother goes, wow, you're quite strong, and she like feels your muscles and everything, and she goes, you seem very well put together. You're very very confident, aren't you?
I guess, yeah.
Ah,
Thank you.
that's very nice. Well, I hope I have a feeling you're going to be a very good influence on my daughter.
I would hope.
If only she knew.
And she goes, come on, say hello. And your father. Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Who is it? He knows Emily, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say, I think you know my aunt.
Oh?
Emily?
Oh. Yes, Emily's your aunt.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. And your mother looks over and goes, who's Emily? And he goes, she's helping me do some research for, and then he sort of realizes while he's talking what she's helping him research. And he makes eye contact with you. And he goes, for something that may not turn out. But she's been a big help. She's very friendly. So anyway, tell her I said hello. Hey, you guys, do you live with her?
I do.
That's interesting. They live in a commune, like some communal apartment thing. It's very it's certainly not my thing, but it seems harmless enough. And your mother goes, oh well, that seems very interesting. A commune of just men and women and families, and
Just women.
in her face sort of you see her freeze for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. Anyway, well, should I, how long have you all known each other? I mean, obviously you've met, and your mother is, something has changed. You're not sure what, but she is she's struggling to find words, and that's not like your mother.
Can I gaze into the abyss, especially because I'm in my darkest self? I want to know what's up.
But yeah, certainly.
I want to know what's changed. Can I have another dice, please? Thank you. Let me see what my darkest. It'll be a 9.
Okay. Everything goes black and white, slows down to barely perceptible movements. And it, sorry, let me pull up something here. I'm not sure. Okay, yes. And I couldn't remember what your dad's name was. It's Marcus. But okay. Sorry, took me a second. Spider comes out. And it goes over to your father before it goes to the mom. And sort of examines him. And doesn't seem to really, just glances at the mother. But obviously finds the man more interesting in a predatory sort of way. Looks at you. What do you wish? What do you want?
I want to know what she knows about me. Something changed. I mentioned the web and
She says, and the spider goes, oh, she is one of us. And starts going back to the dad. And says, he's tasty.
Is this the long con?
Delicious.
Was she the one that left?
Oh no!
Holy shit.
Oh, keep going with your accent.
And he goes, are we going to eat? Now, please.
Not yet, no.
Poof. As soon as you say not yet, everything's back. And you see her mom staring at you in the eyes.
Fuck. Oh, I hate this. My nipples are hard.
God.
Mine too, for what it's worth.
Oh.
And she goes, tell Aurelia I said hi.
And I think at that, Noah, whips her head over. Just staring.
Well, I'm in my darkest self, so I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say, how'd you get out?
She looks at Noah. Noah, you can stay or leave. And she looks at Marcus. You get to leave now. And Marcus goes, leave. She's no longer looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And he turns to leave. When the door shuts behind him, assuming that you guys don't just bowl him over for some reason, she looks and says, Aurelia promised me he was off limits. She promised me she would not come after me. And I would like to know why you're here. And she is meeting your gaze. She is unafraid. But she knows what you just did. You can tell the look in her eyes.
What's going on?
Tell her what's going on.
No one knows. No one knows that I'm here for your husband.
That does get a reaction. Noah,
Yeah?
why are you here?
Like at the party?
This was allowed to lie to me. I don't trust her, and I won't. But I trust you not to lie to me, Noah. Why are you in this room?
Because we all came in here. And that's, she's not being, smart or, sassy or whatever. She's, really, she knows that what she came in here for, but she's asking why she's in this room. She's like, because we all came in here.
I'm going to ask one last time. You see her sort of crack her neck a little bit. What plans did you have for your father?
I didn't have any plans. I was just...
You tell me if you're lying or not. I mean, just between you and me, personally.
Technically, she didn't have any plans. There was,
Does she know what her mother's asking, and is she going out of her way to not answer? Or not? Or is she legitimately,
I mean, she asking, like, did she come here to kill him, pretty much? Like, to this party to kill him?
if you want to ask that, she has said what she said. If Noah doesn't understand, then Noah doesn't understand.
I mean, I didn't... He's got plans, but...
Then you see her sort of frown. He, your father, has plans?
I don't think I want to die again.
Her eyes get wide. She looks at you. What's she talking about? She's not looking at Noah. She's looking at you.
You don't know your daughter, do you?
I asked you a question.
He's going to kill her.
Is that true?
I mean, I guess so, yeah. I mean, we found a knife in his office.
Did your aunt have anything to do with it?
Yes. She just helped him talk about what it was. I don't think she knew the intent.
That's convenient.
He came to her.
He's off limits. Do you understand?
A job is a job.
A job is over. And you tell Aurelia that if anything happens to that man, all bets are off.
Why are you protecting
Because
him?
he's your father.
And
He doesn't
she's
think
your
so.
daughter.
I'll take care of that. He gave me you, Noah. He's an ass. And he's not smart. But he is dedicated. And he believes. And he gave me you.
I'm gonna take Noah's hand and try to take her out with me.
I can explain more when you're alone.
He wants to take me away, too.
Your father is not going to do anything. If he does, he's got worse problems than either one of you to deal with.
And at this point, Noah just feels very defeated, and I think if V's gonna drag her away, she's just gonna go.
As you drag her away, or pull her away, you glance back. I mean, turning your back on a person like this is not in V's comfort zone generally. You turn back and you see this woman just immediately take a deep breath, and she's back. You see her little vapid smile come back on. And as you walk out, Marcus is out front. Hey, is everything all right? Okay?
Yeah.
She
All right.
just nods. She just keeps walking.
Have fun at the party. See ya. And he looks over your shoulder and your mother's coming out. She takes some, says, let's go have a drink. All right, you're going to explain to me what that was about? That's what you hear them sort of having a discussion as they walk off. Don't worry about it, blah, 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 blah.
we like in the yard or whatever? If
It depends. You tell me. How far do you go? Do you go out?
if we're
Where do
in
you
the
go?
yard, I think Noah like kind of collapses on the ground and is like all kind of sobbing almost, just like in her hands. Like this is not normal for her, but she feels very betrayed.
Okay.
So she's on the ground.
He's gonna sit with you and say, "Do you want space?"
She shakes her head and then just kind of like falls into you.
She'll hold you. Any excuse, she'll hold you. Yeah.
But she's
In your
still-
darkest self, how do you feel about
I think I'm gonna keep asking questions.
this? Okay.
Yeah. Is he really off limits?
I don't know. I don't even know that my mom was. I don't know. Like you all. She never told me anything about that.
She's not supposed to. I don't know how she would stay with him, especially if she's one of us. That's like the number one fucking rule.
I don't know either.
I'm still gonna do it.
Won't you get in trouble?
It's a job.
I don't think Mom has anything to say to that.
Mhm.
She's just still.
And the camera pulls back to. What does the camera pull back to? We see. A little time has passed, unless you guys have something you want to do in the meantime. I'm talking about maybe an hour has passed. You're good, or you want something?
No,
you want something to do?
I think that after Reese takes Homegirl away, whose name I just cannot remember to save my life.
Raquel.
I think B goes back to, or goes to Ambrose, and she just asked, what were you doing with her before I came in?
He sort of looks back at his bedroom and he picks up a baggie and there's a line already on a mirror. This, you want some?
B.
Yeah.
B, no,
Sure.
we've got to go.
Hey, come on. Are you gonna literally be a buzzkill for every fucking thing?
Her dad just fucking died.
I know, my dad just died. And she turns to Ambrose.
He holds up the mirror, he holds up the straw.
Yeah.
And, oh god, it does. It immediately feels better. And it feels great. And then right behind you, he takes a snort.
Tessa goes into her darkest self.
So scary.
And he,
That triggers Tessa's darkest self, and she walks out.
okay. Why does that trigger Tessa's darkest self?
Because she picked Ambrose over me.
Okay.
Like, I just fully
Yeah.
took the fall for this shit to save her. I like
doing coke with Ambrose.
That's
doing
fucking
I
fentanyl.
know.
fentanyl coke, which I don't know either, but no, that triggers, because, yeah, she picked him over me and I was already, had the condition possessive. So, my darkest self is, they don't need you, you are worthless to them, in fact, they probably don't even notice when you aren't around. Withdraw and isolate yourself, show them what their life would be like without your help. You know, they are weak and broken, so use their insecurities to hit them where it will hurt the most. You escape your darkest self when you hurt the person you care most about, or when someone proves how much you mean to them. And I walk out.
Okay. So how, not being one who's done fentanyl-laced coke before, how fast would this...
It would be immediate.
It would be an immediate dead?
I don't know. I'd have to call.
All right. Well,
I've never done fit. Mom, I've never done fit.
So they you feel it immediately. It's great. And then after a couple of seconds, Ambrose decides to sort of He sort of lays
Pulp
back.
Fiction moment.
I know.
Jesus.
Sort of lays back.
That's what I wanted.
Jesus. You, on the other hand, start feeling great. You start. It's like you ate a really hot. Like when you exhale, you can feel the heat. It's like when you eat something really, really hot chili pepper or something, and you can feel it. And something is burning inside. It hurts. It hurts. And when you fucking.
Give my mom.
Did you get a text from your mom? What Tessa hears from outside the room is suddenly like somebody lit a match in a room full of gas, in a room full of like natural gas. You turn around, the whole room is on fire. Just curtains, bedding. Ambrose is laying in the bed, not reacting at all. Just like fire all around him. He's gonna be gone for it unless somebody decides to grab him and take him out of here. She is standing in the middle of it. Her dress is not touched. Her skin is not touched. Her hair is fine. Everywhere around her is absolutely inferno. She takes a step, maybe towards you, maybe towards the door, maybe towards Ambrose. Wherever that happens, the fire goes out and pops up where she was. Everywhere.
I make eye contact with B.
And it's getting loud. It's loud in here at this point. I mean, things on fire.
I don't move. I make eye contact with B. And I look for any sort of response.
I lay down in the bed.
Next to Ambrose,
Yeah.
the fire does not touch Ambrose. The bed is not going to last much longer. Eventually it'll...
Tessa, there are just tears. Like her eyeliner is just completely smeared. She's silently sobbing. And I turn around and leave. I just walk out. Slowly, but I walk out.
And as the camera sort of fades out, or follows you out, like the camera's sort of locked on your face as you walk, and it's sort of like one of those things where your head is stabilized.
I feel like she's in like bullet time.
Yeah.
And like all of the people in the party are like running past her screaming, and it's just like this. It's like you put a bucket on your head that like echo,
Right.
where like you can't hear anything. Everything's really far away, and there's just tears streaming down her face as she walks out.
And yeah, and as you walk out, the camera is locked on you, and you get outside. As the fire is spreading, it's getting pretty serious. We just heard some fireworks outside. And you do hear some people yell, "Oh, one of the fireworks must have set something, whatever, blah, blah, blah." But it's chaos. Reese is outside, and he's got this girl like in his he drove his fire chief's truck, and it locks. He's got a spot to keep people, incarcerated. So he turns around and he says, "Oh, fuck me." And he starts running towards you. We can't hear what he's saying. It's all like tinny in your ears. You don't hear him. Freddy runs inside towards the fire to find you.
I walk towards his car. I open the door, and I leave. I just walk away, just down the street. But I open the door for Raquel.
Okay. And we see Raquel sort of look both ways. And he didn't have handcuffs. He's going to a party. So
He's also a firefighter.
He's not a firefighter. I mean, it's a small town with, whatever. And, but no, she's certainly not restrained. So when you let her out, she's like, and we see her sort of slink out. And we see Noah and V out on the lawn. And in the background, they're starting to become silhouetted by the fire that starts growing. And the credits start to roll. And that's the end of today's episode
Shit.
of The Ties That Bind. RoguesPort.
And we'll be off next week.
Oh my god.
So, and
Possibly 2 weeks.
Possibly 2 weeks.
I'm traveling, but we will see. Maybe if I can find a decent hotspot while I'm gone, we can get back into this. Otherwise, we may have other programming, or we may have to all just take a break.
Totally, yeah.
But
make sure you're following the Twitter.
That's Twitch, TikTok, whatever we got. So, check out all our past episodes on YouTube. But there you go, folks. It was a big night. All right, we're gonna let you go. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.